there, you're putting up with Doc T. Today what we're doing is we're putting up a one of those blow-up swimming pools. Not exactly blow-up, but the top ring blows up, and then somehow the shape of it, the water holds it all together. We got this last year at one of those bargain places for next to nothing, and I think it's about 18 foot across, so it's a pretty big pool. I think it's 1,500 gallons. But we put it away last winter, and I sort of forgot how to put it all back together. Fortunately, my wife had saved the directions, so we knew what order to do it in. But this is one of those ones that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's got that little blow-up thing that you're supposed to squeeze with your and blow into it, and gosh, that takes forever. And this thing is 18 foot around, and so I got to thinking about how to do this and how did I do it last year, because I know I didn't blow it up, and then I remembered what I'd done. And this is a good hack that can work for anybody who's got the right materials and who's got to blow up a big inner tube or anything with one of these kind of holes in it. So what I did is grabbed a few things I had lying around. Now obviously this is connected to a compressor in my shed, and it's got a little thing for there goes the compressor now, right on cue. So it's got one of these little deals that, you know, allows you to put it in there and blow it up, but it goes through this little bitty tiny hole. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just a little tiny hole, but you can take that off. But the problem is with one of those things that you squeeze, this doesn't go in far enough to get rid of that little plastic thing. So what I did is I grabbed an old aluminum arrow shaft and a chair so that I don't have to bend over to do this. And what I do is first I create a space behind this so that I don't accidentally puncture the air bladder with my arrow. And I just take and I squeeze that and I put that arrow in there so that it's past that plastic piece, and it'll keep that shut. And then I take the little tiny piece off of here because that restricts the flow of air, and that allows me to simply connect this. The arrow fits just right in there, and that allows me to just pump this thing up really quick, and hopefully you can see this thing pumping up. And instead of this taking me hours just to blow up, making it a miserable chore, all of a sudden this turns into not much of a chore at all. Brilliant. My memory's not as good as it used to be, and you know, I'll come up with these things and then I'll forget about them. And then when I come back to doing it again, that's the good thing about doing something the right way. When you come back and get to the point where you have to do it again and realize what you've done the last time, it's like, oh my gosh, that was brilliant. That's what we should all be striving for. I know, it doesn't make me sound humble, but sometimes humbleness is just misplaced. If you look and start seeing this starting to fill up, it's starting to straighten out. So imagine you've got that inner tube that you got to blow up to go in your pool, or you're going to the river or the lake and you got to blow that up, and you happen to have an air compressor and an old aluminum arrow. Now it wouldn't have to be an aluminum arrow, it could be any kind of tube that is going to fit inside that hole and be stiff enough that you can push it through there without it collapsing on you. Now another thing I had forgotten, when I put this away, the instructions had said, to put talcum powder on it. So you'll see this is actually a blue pool, but I had followed the directions and put talcum powder on it so that it doesn't stick together. When I first opened it, I thought, oh no, what, chlorine stain or something, but it wasn't. And so now you can see a little bit of that talcum powder on there, and everything is just, that absorbed what, you know, whatever water was there, but it also made it so that the pool didn't stick to itself. I'm going to adjust this a little bit, so all I got to do is pull that little arrow out, and I'm going to put that little plug thing in there for the minute so it doesn't disengage. Adjust this, because it wasn't used to being this big. Use this moment to position my tool where I'm going to want to be. I want it centered. Adding water, these sides will just push out, and voila, you have a pool. More to that, not a whole lot more, because I don't want to overinflate it either. I'm just sort of looking at the wrinkles in it, and we're pretty close to full. Alright, we're going to call that good. There you have it. Now I get to start adding the water to the pool, stretching out the bottom, all that. I'll talk to you guys later. For today, you've been putting up the pool with Doc T. We'll catch you later. Peace.